Mr. Witness, napansin po ba ninyo na yung isang acknowledgement receipt na 220,000 para sa payment of reward, parenthesis, various goods, para kay TJ Verano, 220,000 po ito. Ang date po ng receipt ay December 22, 2026. Samantalang ang expenditure ay para sa taong 2022. Typo error po ba ito o minadali ang paggawa ng AR?
2026 po, Your Honor. 2026 po.
Acknowledgement receipt.
December.
Tama, 2022 acknowledgement receipt. Ayan po. Para sa 2022 po yata ito. Is this typo error or sa tingin ninyo ay minadali?
Nagkaroon po kami ng findings about dyan, Your Honor. Lahat po nung ARs po na nakadate po, na hindi po nakadate ng 2022, na isama po namin doon sa aming notice of suspension po.
Okay. Pero ang pirma po dito ni TJ Verano po, may pirma po nito, di ba?
Based on that document po, it appears na si TJ Verano po.
So, dinate niya po ng 2026, in advance niya na? Or forward niya po to 2026? Ang pagtanggap po ng goods, December 22, 2026? Para sa 2022 po ito?
Yes po, kaya po kami nagkaroon ng findings about dyan, Your Honor.
Okay. So, question ho ninyo.
Opo, kinwestiyon po namin.
Pangalawang katanungan ko po, pinajustify niyo po ba sa OVP bakit gumastos ito ng 2 milyon kada araw para sa safe house? Ito po ba isang safe house lang o maraming safe houses? Sumagot po ba ang Office of the Vice President?
Based on the documents submitted to us, hindi po namin madedetermine kung ilan yung safe houses na pinagamitan po.
Pero sumagot po ba siya? Pinajustify niyo po ba? I mean, 2 million per day, sobrang laki. Hotel na po yata yung nirerenta po nito. Ganito kalaki, sobra pa.
Hindi po namin pinajustify, Your Honor, since wala naman pong threshold dun sa joint circular as to the amounts.
Na yung 2 million, so hindi po unusual para sa inyo na magrenta po ng safe house sa 2 million per day dito sa Pilipinas?
Since tulad nga po nung sinabi ko kanina, we follow our audit based on the provisions po ng joint circular, pero wala naman pong threshold as to the amounts of joint circular, kaya wala po kaming findings as to that.
So, tama po si Senator Judge Lacson na binibase nyo lang po talaga sa mga documents po, wala po kayong physical audit.
Yes po, Your Honor.
All right. Based po sa experience ninyo, may mga government offices ba na ino-audit po ninyo na hindi tinatanggap ang audit observation memo, AOM? May mga as an auditor or sumasagot silang lahat?
Wala po. Sumasagot po silang lahat, Your Honor.
Except dito kay OVP?
Hindi po tinanggap ni OVP yung aming first AOM nung nagka-temp po kami nung unang time po.
All right. That's all, Presiding Officer. Thank you.
Officer, Senate President, dear colleagues. My question is to the counsel for the prosecution, defense, and the witness. One question, maybe a follow-up. And if we may start with the witness first to answer. I'm not asking you to make a judgment in this case ng impeachment. So sa akin is answer the general question. So we've discussed in the last 2 days, diba, what is illegal expenditure, what is irregular expenditure, what is improper expenditure. In between all of that, we talked about many technicalities. And of course, this will be much easier if we're talking about public funds which are not confidential in nature. So my question is, when we analyze the expenditure, when is it in the nature of an administrative problem na parang mag-submit lang kayo, i-justify nyo to, o kulang lang ng dokumento, i-supply nyo to? And when does it go up to na criminal na in nature na sandali lang, may anomalya na dito or we might file charges against you? Ano yung bar niyan, di ba? So sa mga senator judges na nanonood ngayon and sa publiko na nanonood ngayon, because nga confidential expenditures are in a class by itself, di ba? Peace and order is so important, security is so important. So I'm not referring to this case, So I'm not asking you to make a judgment in this case, whether it's administrative, criminal. In general, as an auditor, then I'll ask the same sa prosecutor and sa defense. Witness, go ahead. In your words, no?
Apo, kapag AOM po at NS, nire-require po namin sila na mag-submit ng documents. Pero kapag nag-end na po, since there's an obligation to restitute, so ang remedy po nila is to settle the amount or to file an appeal with the commission proper.
Yes, but even when you give them an ND to restitute, hindi nyo naman sinasabi pag restitute. Pwedeng restitute na mali paggamit, hindi yung binulsa mo yon, di ba? So at what point as an auditor do you say na sandali lang, a criminal na to may anomalya? Kasi pwedeng mali ang pinaggamitan kaya isoli nyo, but you're not accusing anyone of na binulsa niya.
Well, sa circular naman po, merong presumption na tinatawag kapag hindi nakapag-liquidate na maayos yung agency, which is
Yes,
presumption of misuse or misappropriation.
Yes, and that's a disputable presumption, right?
It is a prima facie presumption.
Yes, a prima facie presumption is a disputable presumption. It's not a conclusive presumption, meaning yung prima facie, so lilipat yung onus sa kabila na i-prove na mali. Tama?
Yes po, Your Honor.
Yes, so hindi pa yun yung hindi ka pa rin dumating dun sa point na yon na parang hindi, as far as COA is concerned, ninakaw mo to. Again, I'm not talking about this case in general. At what point nga will you have a final COA document saying na yon? Kasi pag sinabi mo lang restitute lang, it could be restitute because you didn't use it for what you were using it for.
Based on the rules of COA po, since di ba i-appeal po pwede bang i-appeal yung ND, at kapag naglabas si commission proper ng decision at hindi po nag-comply si agency dun sa decision, then pwede nang i-endorse with the ombudsman yung case for the filing of criminal
Kindly wind up,
charges.
Senator
So
John Cayetano.
I'm okay. I just wanna hear the answer of both the prosecution.
With the permission of Senator Judge Allen, asking the counsels for the parties that same question will already make them give their own versions of the law, which I think should be coursed through the witness, similarly to how you asked the question to the witness, instead of it being placed on the record based on their own points of view.
Well, anyway, we will have 2 more COA witnesses, but I think
Yes.
to all of us who are neutral, that's the big question. At what line does it cross between nagkamali lang yung isang public official sa liquidate and at what point is it criminal? And I just wanted to give, but if that's the
I would be
decision of the-
clarifying that too
Yeah.
during my second round.
Then I will leave it up to you, Mr. Presiding Officer. I apologize, the prosecution and the defense, you will not have a chance to answer that, but during the time of the presiding officer, you will be able to, or maybe even in the summation at the end.
Thank you for your understanding.
Ginoong Pangulong Hukom. Itutuloy ko lang yung tinatanong ko kanina dahil may nabanggit kayo ng presumption of misappropriation. Tama ba? For personal use.
Based on the joint circular po, meron po.
Oo, tama. Pagkatapos nun, tinitingnan ko yung joint circular at maliwanag that the presumption for misappropriation arises against the accountable officer. Di ba?
Yes po.
Against the accountable officer. Sino ang accountable officer? Maliwanag naman yung joint circular. Sa 3.1, sabi, yung officer whose duties permit or require possession of government funds. Hindi ba?
Based on the joint circular po, may ganyang provision.
Oo. So yung SDO talaga, yung Special Disbursing Officer has the possession, the custody. Tama yun, di ba?
Yes po.
O kung ganon, if the presumption na personal use, ayon sa 8.3 ng Joint Circular, failure of the accountable officer to liquidate any public funds is tantamount na nga to that presumption. Hindi
Yes
po
po.
ba?
Yes po.
So, ang tanong dito, sino ang accountable officer dito sa sitwasyon na to? Kasi ang liwaliwanag na hindi naman si Vice President ang payee. Hindi naman sinasabi na nasa kanya yung pera. ang liwanag sa inyong joint circular that the special disbursing officer is the one who was designated by the head of agency to have custody, di ba? And in the case of the OVP, si Acosta yon. In the case of DepEd, hindi ba si Fajarda yon?
That is not entirely correct po, Your Honor. Because under the joint circular, it shall be the responsibility of the head of the agency first to approve yung cash advance. Pangalawa, to
Oo nga.
oversee yung agency-wide utilization. Pangatlo, to ensure compliance with the joint
Unresponsive
circular.
po.
And also po, inattest din po ni OBP yung
Unresponsive po. Ang tinatanong ko lang, hindi ba yung designated, yung SDO, si Fajarda lang at si Acosta, hindi si VP, hindi siya yung PE eh. Ang liwa-liwanag.
pero ang sinabi niyo po kanina yung accountable officer.
Kaya nga, so yung accountable officer, yung SDO, nasa JCD
Hindi lang
yan
po
eh.
si SDO po yung accountable
Hindi,
officer,
or.
Your Honor.
Ang sabi doon, head of agency or person designated. Oo, ang liwanag sa definition ng joint circular. Mag-yes or no ka lang, kanina ka pa inaaway mo ko lagi.
Sorry po, Your Honor. But hindi po ako pwedeng mag-answer categorically since yun nga po yung provision
But it's
ng-
categorical.
na yes or
Why don't
either
you go
yes
back
or
to your
either
joint
no po.
circular?
Yo po. Kapag sinabi po kasing
Doon
categorical,
sa
it's either yes
definition,
po.
ang
or-
liwa-liwanag, SDO kapag na-designate ng head of office, di ba?
But hindi po kasi doon na nalilimit lang yung term na accountable officer kasi may other provisions na applicable pa din po with respect to the term accountable officer.
Asan? Kasi napakaliwanag doon sa definitions at pakaliwanag sa 8.3 ng joint circular.
Yun nga po yung na-mention ko kanina.
Interpretation na ninyo yun.
hindi
Pinapalawak
po.
ninyo andun eh. Head of office,
Hindi
head
po
of agency, or designated.
Hindi po, Your Honor. Kasi yun nga po, nakalagay po doon sa...
Sabi mo kanina yes, ngayon no naman.
Wala po akong sinabing yes po,
O
Your
sinabi
Honor.
mo kanina oo, SDO nga in charge.
Sinabi ko lang po kung ano yung... Kinonfirm ko lang po kung ano yung SDO po, Your Honor.
Attorney Wamel, kindly avoid arguing with Senator
apologies
Judge
po, Your Honor.
Marcos.
O sige
Sorry.
po.
And kindly wind up, Senator
Okay,
Judge
okay.
Marcos.
Pwede lang itanong kasi nalito ako kahapon. Kahapon sinabi mo na si VP Sara lang ang first and only vice president that you audited na may confidential funds. Hindi ba? Sinabi mo yun, di ba?
Yes po, Your Honor.
Tapos, kahapon, nung pinakita ng depensa, yung SARO na si VP Binay, noong 22 December 2014, may binigay na 6 million kay VP Binay ang DBM. Alin ba ang totoo sa dalawang sinabi mo magkatunggali?
Yung pinakita po kahapon ay special allotment release order po. Ano. So nagkakaroon po ng special allotment release order kapag
Alam
merong...
ko kung ano ang SARO, matagal na, tumanda na po kami sa
Yes po.
gobyerno.
Pero hindi po kasi yan niliquidate sa ICFAO. So we wouldn't know if it was used
Hindi,
or
pero
not.
ang klaro, may katibayan na hindi ka isa-isang VP, si VP Sara.
Your Honor, since hindi po nagsabit ng liquidation,
Teka.
hindi rin po...
Teka, nandun ka na sa ICBAO noong 2014, sabi mo, di ba?
Yes po.
O kaya nga,
Opo.
o di kahit si VP Binay may confidential funds, the only VP audited was VP Sara. Ganun
If
ba
I-
yon?
Since si VP Sala lang po yung nagsubmit ng liquidation. Pero
Ba't hindi mo alam?
if I may clarify po.
Ba't hindi
Wind
mo
up.
alam? Nandun ka na noong 2014. Dapat
Opo.
alam mo yun eh.
If I may clarify po, Your Honor. Since wala pong budget dun sa JA as to confidential fund at hindi naman po nag-liquidate si BPB9 nung kanilang confidential fund. So hindi pa namin alam kung ginamit at hindi na po nakarating sa
Hindi,
COA
ang
yung
tanong,
SARO po.
nabigyan ng confidential funds, humingi at nabigyan. May SARO eh.
We wouldn't know
Yun
if
lang
it is
naman ang
used po.
tanong eh. Of course, you know, may SARO. Sinabi mo nga, totoo yung sarong yun. Anyway, alin ang totoo? Si VP Binay o si VP Sara? Talaga bang totoo yung dalawa o iisa lang? We don't know.
Based on our records po, si BP Sala lang po yung may liquidation.
So maraming we don't know ang COA? Ganun ba yun?
Based on our records po, si VP Sala lang po yung nag-liquidate nung confidential fund.
Eh may record nga ng SARO. Maraming salamat.
Kindly wind up.
Presiding Judge.
Thank you, Senator Judge Marcos. To clarify and finish that point, if there was no liquidation, there is nothing for COA to look at. But it's possible that indeed confidential funds were given to the former Vice President Binay.
Yes po, Your Honor.
So from your end, alam mo lang wala kasi walang pinaliquidate sa inyo.
Yes po. And wala din po siya sa GAA po ng 2014, Your Honor.
Pero kung may saro nga na pinakita sa iyo kahapon at mapatunayan nila, ibig sabihin nun, meron pero walang niliquidate sa inyo.
Maaari po, Your Honor. Pwede po.
Yun lang naman yung tanging rason, di ba?
Apologies po, may apologies
hindi
po,
ni-release.
Senator Ivy.
Mr. Witness, sa panahon na kung saan kabilang ka ng ICFAO at ikaw ay mga nag-audit ng mga ahensya ng gobyerno, meron ka na bang, bukod sa OBP at saka sa DepEd under VP Sara, meron ka na bang ibang agency ng government na na-issue nyo ng disallowance?
Sa pagkakalam ko, meron na po.
Ano itong mga agency na ito?
Hindi ko po pwedeng i-disclose, Your
Okay.
Honor.
At bakit? Bakit sila na-issue ng disallowance?
Dahil yun nga po, since ang basis lang po namin ay yung joint circular, hindi po compliant dun sa provisions ng joint circular.
Hindi compliant. Okay, so nung na-issue ng disallowance yung office ni VP Sara, ano yung naging tugon nila?
Wala na po akong personal knowledge, Your Honor, kasi wala na po ako sa ICFAO.
Okay. Nabanggit mo rin na ikaw nga'y pinuntahan sa tanggapan mo sa COA para magkaroon ng tinatawag na audit query. Yan bang kauna-unang pagkakataon lamang na meron government agency na pumunta sa opisina mo para makipag-usap sa'yo?
May mga agency po na nagtatanong, nagsisik po ng clarification with respect to the provisions of the joint circular. Pero yung OBP po yung first time na nag-ask po ng audit query.
OBP.
Yes po.
Okay. Noong mga panahon na pumunta sila sa inyong tanggapan, pinanganak na ba doon si Mary Grace Piatos? Hindi pa. Meron na bang Grace Piatos noon?
Hindi, wala po doon sa submissions nila po, Your Honor.
Wala pa. Okay. Nung puntahan ka ng Chief of Staff ng OVP at saka yung si Attorney na nandito ngayon, nakalimutan ko yung pangalan niya. Ayoko na pangitin. POA. Were you intimidated?
Wala naman pong ganun, Your Honor.
Good. And yun yung isang unang pagkakataon na sabi mo kanina na may pumunta doon para makipag-usap tungkol sa audit query.
Yes po.
Okay. Anyway, nothing personal to sa'yo, attorney. You're a good lawyer. As a matter of fact, dati nakausap ko siyang meron pong programang Wanted sa radyo, may problema tungkol sa DepEd, and I call him at sumasagot naman siya at yung mga sinasagot niya sa akin, okay naman. And for that, hanga ako sa'yo. Doon lang sa programang Wanted sa radyo na mabilis kang lapitan at natutugunan mo yung mga problema nilalapit ko sa programa ko. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Judge Rafi,
Mr.
Senator
Chair.
Judge Joel.
Mr. Presiding
Yes,
Officer.
what is the pleasure
I
of
don't know if
counsel
this
for
is in order, so I would just like to ask if you would allow me to do so. But since I've always been, there I was alluded to, and references were made to the meeting. If you could just give me maybe 2 minutes to just give context to that meeting. But if I'm not allowed to do so, then I will submit to the ruling of the presiding
Unfortunately,
officer.
counsel, no. That's why I also prohibited them from questioning you or
Yes, okay.
alluding to you in relation to any question.
I
You will
understand.
have the appropriate opportunity during your presentation of evidence in chief, if you do so, if you want to explain that meeting. Although I watched you
This is-
trying to explain it yesterday already, which I will address later. But we will cross the bridge when you present your evidence in chief, Attorney Pao. You will have your chance.
Thank you, thank you. I respect that, Mr. Presiding Officer.
Senator Judge.
Maraming salamat po, Ginoong tagapamahal ng hukom. Susundan ko lang po yung mga tanong ko kanina, kabayan, Nueva
Okay
Ecija. Opo. Yung una pong cheque ay 125 million December 2022. Tama po ba?
Yes po, Your Honor.
Opo. Batid niyo po ba na ang founding anniversary ng CPP-NPA ay December 26?
Wala po akong personal knowledge about that, Your Honor.
Opo. Dahil wala po kayong katulad ng sinabi ni Senator Lacson, wala po kayong clearance, ano? Pangalawa, second check po, 125 million, January 31, 2023, tama po?
Yes po, Your Honor.
Opo. Ang NPA founding anniversary po ay March 29. Batid niyo po ba yun?
Wala po akong personal knowledge about that,
Okay.
Your Honor.
Third check, 125 million, April 18, 2023. Tama po ba?
Hindi ko po matandaan yung date po ng check eh. May I refer po to the check po?
Stopwatch, please. April 18, 2023 po, yung 125 million.
Yes po, Your Honor.
Opo. Ang 50th po, golden anniversary ng NDF, National Democratic Front, ay April 24. Kaya ko po nabanggit lahat to. Ito pong mga dates na to, nung December 26, March 29, April 24, lahat po ito, walang nangyaring attack. Lahat po foiled. Wala po. For the first time, wala pong nangyaring attack. Kasi tuwing founding anniversary, may attack. Ang tanong ko po, Ginoong Kabayan, naniniwala po ba kayo na malaki ang papel ng confidential fund at confidential agent?
Depende po yan sa kung ano po talaga yung mandate ng agency po, Your Honor.
Alam naman po natin na ang DepEd, diyan po nanggagaling ang tinatawag naming sa Communist Party po, ano? Meron po kasing pangkat gerilya, ang pangkat politikal. Yung pangkat politikal, yan po yung mga estudyante na nanggagaling sa universidad. Sang-ayon po ba kayo doon?
I cannot answer that po, Your Honor.
Okay, dahil wala nga po pala kayong clearance. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, Senator Judge Padilla. Before I let you go, Attorney Wamil, just to continue on the points I raised earlier, and to clarify it for the Senator Judges, under 8.3, dapat may failure to liquidate at demand bago maging prima facie. Tama po ba?
Yes po, based on the provision po.
But the provision simply cites what? Ano po yung basis ng 8.3?
Jurisprudence po, Your Honor.
Hindi lang jurisprudence, hindi ba? Kino-quote ng jurisprudence ng Martinez ang Article 217 ng Revised Penal Code for malversation. If you read Martinez, that's the jurisprudence cited by 8.3.
Hindi ko na po maalala yung Martinez case po.
Yun po yung nakalagay na kaso sa ilalim ng 8.3 na sinasite nyo po mula nung simula pa kayo magtestigo. Nakasad po yun doon. Gusto nyo tingnan.
May I
Kindly
refer po
give him the joint memorandum circular which he has been quoting from since the beginning.
Based on this provision po, yes po, Your Honor.
You've been quoting 8.3 the whole day yesterday and today, so I guess you should know the basis. The Martinez ruling of the Supreme Court, which in turn only cited Article 217 of the Revised Penal Code. Are you aware of that, Attorney Wamil? Which basically says na may prima facie para mag-file ng information ng Sandigan Bayan laban sa isang opisyal. Yan po yung kasong yan, hindi po ba? Are you familiar?
Hindi ko na po ma-recall po, Your Honor.
Now, to go to the details, failure to liquidate. Pag may AOM po bang in-issue, failure to liquidate na yon? Yes or no?
No pa po.
Pag nakadalawang AOM, failure to liquidate po ba yon? Hindi pa rin.
Hindi pa rin po.
Pangatlo hanggang panglimang AOM na kulang pa rin yung sinasubmit, may failure to liquidate na po ba? Wala pa rin.
Wala pa rin po.
Pag nag-notice of suspension, may failure to liquidate na po ba? May failure to liquidate na po ba sa inyong interpretasyon? Dahil auditor naman kayo, kapag ka nag-issue na ng notice of suspension.
Based on the definition po kasi ng notice of suspension, nakalagay po doon na it appears that the disbursement is illegal, irregular, or improper. So
It appears, but is it within the purview and definition of failure to liquidate according to your interpretation? Failure to liquidate na po ba yun? Hindi pa.
yes po, Your Honor, failure to liquidate.
Sa pananaw nyo, pag may notice of suspension, failure to liquidate na. Notice of disallowance, failure to liquidate?
Yes po, Your Honor.
Ngayon, failure to liquidate pa lang po tayo. Kailan nagiging final yung mga yan? failure to liquidate. Yung finding na failure to liquidate.
Kapag nag-appeal po and then nagkaroon po ng resolution si Commission Proper at nagkaroon po ng final decision.
Final and executory na po siya immediately or after X days?
Pag nag-final decision na po, yes po, final and executory na po siya kaagad.
Immediately?
Yes po, pag naglabas po ng decision si Commission Proper, yes po.
Paano po pag inapila sa Korte Suprema?
Ang basis naman po ang ground naman po nung petition for certiorari is a grave abuse of discretion.
So?
Pero ang nakalagay po sa aming rules po kasi, from the moment na magkaroon ng final decision, pwede na po siyang i-refer to the Office of the Ombudsman for the filing of the criminal
Hindi ko
charges.
sinasabing pwede nang i-refer o hindi. Hindi ko rin sinasabing bawal maging subject matter ng impeachment. Ang tinatanong ko lang po, final na po ba yon? Meaning may failure to liquidate na at final na yung finding na yon o hindi pa kapag ka inapila sa Korte Suprema? As a lawyer, Attorney Wamil, come on po.
Kasi based on my understanding po, since yung final, kapag nag-issue po ng final order si Commission Proper ng COA, since yun na po yung time na pwede mag-file ng charges, na criminal charge, mag-endorse po for the filing of criminal
Hindi
charges.
po
sa
filing
Ombudsman.
ang tinatanong ko. Ang tinatanong ko kung final na po o hindi sa pananaw ninyo. Ang usapan natin kanina, nung tinanong ko kayo, di ba?
Yes po.
Executory siya, maliban na lang kung may TRO, pero hindi
Yes, po.
pa final yung decision.
Yes po, Your Honor.
Pero tama ka, pwede mag-file dahil ang requirement lamang naman para mag-file ay prima facie.
Yes
Diba?
po, Your Honor.
Yun nga yung sinasite yung kaso sa Martinez.
Yes po.
At kaugnay naman po ng demand, ang AUM ba may demand?
Yes po, since nire-require po yung agency to comply, to submit.
Yung po ba yung sinasabing demand sa 8.3? Mag-comply o magbayad? Hindi po ba ang requirement ng 8.3 ay mag-restitute na, hindi mag-comply?
Ang nakalagay po kasi dito, liquidate po. So yung submission po ng liquidation requirements.
Nakalagay po ay failure to liquidate is prima facie. Failure to liquidate and upon due demand is prima facie. Di ba?
Yes po, Your Honor.
May demand ka ba sa AUM mo?
Yes po.
Saan nakalagay dun? Saan po nakalagay sa AUM yung demand?
Doon sa last paragraph po na hinihingi yung comments and to submit po the supporting documents.
So hindi restitution yung pinag-uusapan natin nito. Demand to submit documents.
Yes po. Yung restitution po, Your Honor, kapag may ND po, may notice of disallowance na na-issue.
So basta may demand, so sa AUM mo may demand na pero wala pang failure to liquidate. At ang definition mo ng demand is demand to liquidate, hindi
To
po
submit the
mag-restitute.
documents po. Yes po, Your Honor.
Tama po?
Yes po, Your Honor.
So sa puntong ito, sabi mo may alam kang notice of disallowance na kung walang appeal ito, final na yon pag hindi pumasok sa period of appeal.
Yes po, naging final na executory po siya, Your Honor.
Finally, as a lawyer, if it is appealed to the Supreme Court under whatever relevant rule, 45 or 65, as a lawyer, does that make the decision of the COA final or does that mean it's not yet final until and unless ruled upon by the court with finality?
Yung decision po kasi ng COA ay may different aspects. Meron po yung i-restitute, kung i-endorse po dun sa Ombudsman for filing of criminal charges and admin. Yung obligation to restitute po kasi kapag naging final na po, on the level pa lang po ng COA, ay dapat na po siyang bayaran. Even if there is a pending petition with the Supreme Court, hindi po siya may stay unless may TRO po.
Unless nga may TRO.
Yes po, Your Honor.
Thank you, Attorney Wamil. Thank you, Mr. Witness.